Welcome. In this video, I will answer the following questions. What is cryptozoology and how is it different from mainstream zoology? What is the difference between cryptozoology and supernatural cryptozoology? What are famous examples of cryptids and what are some of the main categories of cryptids? What are the main theories to explain the existence of cryptids? Who are some famous cryptozoologists? Do how cryptozoologists conduct their research differ from mainstream zoologists? How do scientists generally view cryptozoology? And all these in under 10 minutes, I promise. So first off, what is cryptozoology and how is it different from mainstream zoology? Cryptozoology is the study of creatures whose existence has not yet been proven by science, often referred to as cryptids. These creatures usually fall into three categories. 1. Those that are deemed undiscovered because no complete physical specimen exists, even if there are lots of anecdotal eyewitnesses accounts. 2. Animals that were once catalogued as real creatures but now deemed to have gone extinct. 3. Mythological creatures that exist in folklore or legends. What is the difference between cryptozoology and supernatural cryptozoology? There are two main factions with different perspectives on the characteristics of cryptids in the study of cryptozoology. The first faction is the physicalists. People of this camp contend that although cryptids have not yet been identified or found by mainstream science, they are actual living things that exist in the natural world. Physicalists contend that tangible evidence, such as DNA analysis, fossils, and other physical relics, can demonstrate the existence of cryptids. They think that cryptids are a part of nature, and that biological and ecological processes can account for their existence. The other faction, supernaturalists, consider cryptids to have supernatural origins or characteristics rather than being actual physical beings. According to supernaturalists, cryptids seem to possess mystical or magical properties that cannot be explained by normal processes. In place of scientific evidence, they frequently rely on anecdotal evidence, eyewitness tales, and other types of folklore to support their beliefs. There is still controversy in the field of cryptozoology concerning which method is more reliable or effective for investigating cryptids, and the discussion between these two camps is still very much alive. While physicalists contend that the foundation of cryptozoology should be empirical investigation and scientific data, supernaturalists contend that a more all-encompassing and intuitive approach is required to completely comprehend the nature of cryptids. What are famous examples of cryptids and what are some of the main categories of cryptids? The most famous of the cryptids would include Bigfoot and Loch Ness Monster. Generally, these are the 10 main categories. Some fall under general cryptozoology, some under supernatural cryptozoology, some fall under both, depending on whether they exhibit supernatural behaviors during the encounter. 1. Hominids, Sasquatches in North America, Yeti in the Himalayas, Yowie in Australia, Almas in Central Asia, Mapinguari in South America, Orang Pendek in Indonesia and Yeren in China. 2. Lake monsters, Loch Ness Monster in Scotland, Ogopogo in Canada and Champ in USA/Canada. 3. Sea monsters, Kraken, Giant Squid, Megalodon. 4. Dog or wolf-like creatures, Chupacabra, a blood-sucking creature prowling certain regions of Latin America and the southern United States. 5. Cat or feline-like creatures, Beast of Bodmin Moor. 6. Giant birds or winged beings, Thunderbirds of North America, Mothman in Virginia, USA, Jersey Devil in South Jersey, USA. 7. Fairy folk, gnomes, dwarves, fairies, elves, leprechaun. 8. Supernatural entities, vampires, werewolves, demons, ghosts. 9. Extinct animals, Tasmanian tiger. 10. Others, Mongolian death worms. What are the main theories to explain the existence of cryptids? Theory 1. Surviving prehistoric species. One of the most widely accepted beliefs is that cryptids are living examples of once thought extinct prehistoric animals. For instance, Loch Ness Monster is frequently contrasted with the plesiosaur, a dinosaur. Bigfoot is believed to be Gigantopithecus, a group of large-bodied primates that existed in Asia around 1 million years ago, or a living species of a hominid like Homo erectus. In Congo, there is the Mokombembe, which is a cryptid that looks identical to what we know as a prehistoric dinosaur. Theory 2, misidentification, hoaxes, human error, in other words, hallucinations, hysteria or dreams. Theory 3, genetic mutations in known animal populations to create an anomalous creature. Theory 4, secret genetic experiments by government gone wrong. Theory 5, extraterrestrial beings. Bigfoot or other cryptids have been spotted approaching or departing from UFOs, as well as appearing to be in the company of extraterrestrials. Bigfoot could be a genetically engineered biological experiment or hybrid made by extraterrestrials and then domesticated, almost as a pet. Theory 6, interdimensional or paranormal beings. Nick Redfern, a well-known researcher in cryptozoology, coined the term ultraterrestrials. These creatures are intelligent beings from other dimensions not known to us, who are either able to manipulate space and time or have access to portals to enter and exit our world. This is based on anecdotal accounts of Bigfoot disappearing into thin air in front of eyewitnesses. Theory 7, ghosts of prehistoric creatures. Creatures like Loch Ness Monster are not living animals but are instead the spirits of prehistoric creatures that once roamed the earth. This will explain why they can live in lakes that are deemed to be too small to hold a viable population of these creatures. It will also explain why they are so elusive and why no physical specimens have been found. Who are some famous cryptozoologists? The father of modern cryptozoology and the person who coined the term in the 1950s is Bernard Heuvelmans, a Belgian-French biologist. Another significant figure is Ivan T. Sanderson, a Scottish-American biologist and adventurer who went on field expeditions to do research on cryptids like Loch Ness Monster and the Yeti. Other famous figures include Loren Coleman, John A. Keel, Carl Schuck and Richard Freeman. Do how cryptozoologists conduct their research differ from mainstream zoologists? Like zoologists, cryptozoologists do employ scientific techniques like DNA analysis of hair, analyzing photos or footprint casts, field investigations and the use of sophisticated technology like trail cameras and sonar. However, since the cryptids tend to be more elusive, there is also a lot more emphasis on eyewitness stories, folklore, and other anecdotal evidence. How do scientists generally view cryptozoology? While some researchers consider cryptozoology to be a pseudoscience, others contend that it might be a valid area of research. For example, gorillas were once thought to be myths until discovered by science in the early 19th century. Hence, the quest for cryptids can result in the discovery of new species. As promised, everything in less than 10 minutes. If you like the topic of cryptozoology, then I think you will like this next video.